In this episode of Pop Culture Weekly, I talk with the cast of Halo Season 2 and from Upgraded, Camila Mendes and Archie Renaux. Let's go!
Welcome to Pop Culture Weekly with Kyle McMahon from iHeartRadio. Your pop culture news, views, reviews, and celebrity interviews on all the movies, TV, music, and pop culture you crave weekly. Here's Kyle McMahon.
Hello, and welcome to Pop Culture Weekly with Kyle McMahon. I, of course, am Kyle McMahon, and I am so glad that you are here to hang out with me and discuss all things pop culture. In this week's episode, I'm really excited. So, Halo Season 2 is out today, and Upgraded on Amazon Prime Video is out today. So, I talk with the cast of Upgraded, Camila Mendes and Archie Renaux, all about the film. And it is really a great, funny rom-com. It's smart, and, you know, it also has Marissa Tomei, and the whole cast is great. But I talk with them, and I also talk with the cast of Halo Season 2, including you-know-who, Master Chief himself, Pablo Schreiber, and we talk all about the brand new Season 2 of Halo, which has a bit of a reset, and I'm loving it. I think you'll love it, too. So let's start with executive producer and showrunner of Halo Season 2, executive producer Kiki Wolfkill, and showrunner David Weiner. Let's go.
Thank you so much for speaking with me. I really appreciate it.
Hey, Kyle.
So first of all, congratulations on the success of the show. And season 2 is extremely exciting and takes the series in, you know, lots of brand new directions in many aspects. David, I'll start with you if it's okay. You are coming into this, you know, as the new showrunner, if you will. How do you find it? You know, I kind of wonder, do you find it more nerve-wracking that there's already a season done, and so there's, you know, maybe a little bit less pressure you're putting on yourself, or more so because there's already a season done?
I think I think I liked the idea of being able to pick up what somebody else put down, you know, that it was about taking all the opportunities that are presented at the end of season 1 and say, well, what's most interesting about these? You know, what's most emotional, what's most compelling? And then being able to take those in as deep an interesting direction as we could. So I think there was fun in that. I enjoyed that.
And Kiki, you have been for, you know, a kind of masthead for this franchise for a long time. First of all, how did you know, finally seeing it on screen, what was that like for you?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I'm like totally lulled by your voice, but
oh, thank you.
No, it's amazing. You know, for so long we had thought about doing an adaptation for Halo, and it took so long, as you know, for it to come together. So it was incredible to see the world come to life differently, right? And I would say even more incredible now having season 1, well, season 2 as well, but having season 1 under our belts, to be really clear on what we wanted for season 2. And then even better now, feeling like we were really able to execute on that. So I'm really excited for people to see season 2, because I feel like it's a little more distilled than we were able to do on season 1, just because we were learning how to make the show.
I love that. And, you know, it has to be for you, you know, it seems like in so many ways, it's very much a baby of yours, that you've kind of overseen this. And then to see it come to fruition, you know, it's like, I feel like when I went to Universal Studios and was in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, I'm like, oh my God, it's like kind of really here. I assume in a much more, you know, powerful way for you, seeing this, you know, come to life, and then being able to, you know, directly affect what's happening and where it's going and all that. Do you find that it's like, you know, like a piece of you?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, what a gift, right? To be able to spend this long in the game industry and then really get to learn another industry, and so much is different and so much is the same. But I think being able to be in the nitty-gritty details and then seeing this magic and with these crews, this magic come together and seeing it come to life on a giant screen and the music and all of it is incredible. And getting to work with people like David, who has such incredible skill as a writer and showrunner, to help bring it all to life. It really is a gift. And I love how it's expanded the universe, and I love how it's shown the universe to new people as well as to our fans.
Awesome. Thank you both. And again, congrats on season 2. I can't wait for everybody to see it on Paramount Plus.
Let's do. Thanks, Kyle.
Kiki Wolfkill and David Weiner. I love the new direction that Halo Season 2 is in. Halo Season 1 was great, but let's be honest, there were some problems, and they are all addressed in Season 2, and that's what I love about this. So there you go. You heard it right from the source. Kiki and David, great people, great show. Let's keep on going. Next up, we have Joseph Morgan, who plays James Ackerson. Let's talk to Joseph Morgan.
Thank you so much, Joseph, for speaking with me. I really appreciate it.
You're so welcome. Thanks for having me.
Of course. So first of all, congrats on season 2 of Halo. Your character is new in this world, in the series itself. What was it like for you to kind of join this massive multimedia franchise?
It was incredibly exciting to join. Halo has been a part of my life since I was a teenager. I remember when the first game came out and playing it through co-op with my best mate, and then Halo 2 and then Halo 3 and then, Halo 4. And so, yeah, I was very, very familiar with the franchise. And I had flagged the season 1 of Halo to watch, before I knew I was ever going to be a part of this show. So I was excited to see that. And then it was just absolutely thrilling to get the call about season 2. As you know, they changed a lot of things about the show between season 1 and season 2, including the showrunner, David Weiner, who's the new showrunner that came on. And I had worked with David previously in Brave New World. And so he was the one who initially just sent me an email saying, there's a part in my new show I'd really like you to do if you're available, and I'd love to talk to you about it. And then I thought, yeah, that's great. And I looked it up and I went, oh, it's Halo. Oh my God. So I thought, how can I play this cool without just going, yes, before I've even seen the script? Yeah, so I was over the moon to be a part of it,
And for you, to your character has kind of, worked his way up throughout his life. And then, as we see you, you are beginning to make a big impact. I'm trying to be as spoiler free as possible, which is hard with this series. But what is it like for you now that you're playing in this world, especially that, as you've said, you've essentially grown up in, and you're an important piece?
I mean, really, it's a cliche expression, but it really is kind of a dream come true. There's the professional side of me that, like, I've been acting for a long time now, and I've spent thousands of hours on set, so I'm confident to a certain degree. I feel like I can hold my own, and I'm working with these other terrific actors, and I'm figuring out scenes and bouncing dialogue, and I'm feeling like, okay, I'm really on my game and this is great. And then there's like the teenage me who's walking along the set, this a Covenant ship set, or looking at like, oh, there's a warthog right there. There's the armor. There's the Spartan armor. Okay. So, was I sneaking photos? Yes, of course I was sneaking photos. Did I try and wear the helmet and take a selfie in it? You'll never know, but maybe. There was definitely an incredible joy at being there and being a part of it, and it's such a thrill. I think I'm an avid reader, and I'm a gamer. Like I'm constantly gaming, so I love to be a part of these imaginary worlds. And I think that's part of what draws me to acting. And the gift as an actor is you get to walk on set. And part of it isn't your imagination. It's literally there around you. And then you get to play like you're in that world. And that's the greatest gift. And so this world in particular means a lot to me, the world of Halo. So yeah, it was a thrill.
I can't wait for everybody to see Halo. You are amazing in it. Season 2 is incredible, and it will be streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus. Thank you so much for speaking with me.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Joseph Morgan, excellent. Next up, Bokeem Woodbine, who plays Soren 066. All right, Bokeem Woodbine.
Thank you so much for speaking with me, Bokeem. I really appreciate it.
My pleasure, man.
So, first of all, congratulations on the success of Halo and season 2. I've watched a number of episodes now, and it takes everything to a new level in many facets. For you, season 2 in many ways is a bit of a reset, both creatively with the showrunner and in the directions it goes. What was it like for you, coming from season 1 and now with season 2?
It was a very interesting transition in so much as I realized in short order I was being propelled to more of the forefront than what I had anticipated initially based upon my experience from season 1. If I might add, as an actor, I have a mercenarial mindset. It's just the way things have been going heretofore. I get my script, I have a conversation or two with the director, I prepare, I execute, I split. That's it. This was a more involved process in a sense because it's a series, so it's not just a movie, and the connectivity to the story as a whole was a little bit more entrenched. That took some recalibrating for me. Based upon season 1, I figured I would just, kind of pop in, do my thing, you know what I mean? Pop out. But this was like, no, man, you're in this, So that took a shift, and I'm happy actually. It's a kind of a new experience, and I'm happy.
And for you, it obviously translates, in my opinion, extremely well for the viewer. Are you happy where, the character, how he is developed? Because as you said, he was same character, but was much different in the grand scheme of things, season 1, than where he is in season 2 and where I think he may be going. Like, does that excite you?
Oh, most definitely. I liken it to, at the risk of sounding terribly corny, I liken it to a marriage in the sense that, you date, right? Have a wonderful time. And then you think, well, perhaps, wow, this is, yeah. Wow. Okay. Let's expand. let's expand upon this notion. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then there's a little bit of intrepidation, obviously, because you don't know where it's going to go. You don't know how things are going to work out. But that initial instinct to take it further is a course that you follow, and you follow that course, and you're not quite sure what's going to happen. But here we are. It's about to go down. We're about a week away from the show premiering. So I say all that to say that initially I hadn't anticipated this level of involvement, but now, in hindsight, I'm grateful that I took the challenge, and I'm inspired for what might be yet to come, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. And I think it's a journey for the viewers as well. And I can't wait to see the course of Soren going forward. And I can't wait for everybody to see Halo Season 2 streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Have a great day, Bokeem.
Bokeem Woodbine. Bokeem really has a whole, plays the same role, but he has a whole new role. How do I say it? He has a whole new mission. I guess that's a good way to put it for Halo Season 2. And he does great. I love it. All right. Master Chief himself. Let's talk with him. The one and only Pablo Schreiber.
Thank you so much, Pablo, for speaking with me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, my pleasure. Thanks, Kyle.
Of course. So, first of all, congratulations on the success of Halo. I loved the first season. The second season, I've seen the first few episodes, and it has really taken the series to new places in so many ways. What is it like for you? To see it's a pretty, in my opinion, significant growth. How do you, what is that like for you as an actor, especially at the center of it all?
It's great. It feels good. For me, I always try as much as I can, to show up every day and work as hard as I can and try to have a positive effect on anything that I do. And so, to see something moving in a positive direction, to see results that I feel are better for the universe, better for the show, to me is very fulfilling. We have a new showrunner, David Weiner, who's taken the second season. And, my job as an actor is to fulfill the vision of the showrunner, right? And make it the best that it could possibly be. So on the second season, I'm doing my best to bring David Weiner's vision to life. And I think he's got a great and unique take on it. I think the tone of the second season is quite different, feels darker, more mysterious. A lot of the action stuff just feels more immediate, it's more subjective. You're put into the battle with the characters and it just leaves you or brings you along on the journey in a way, I think, that serves the universe better.
Yeah, I love it. And for me, I got to ask you, this is my first time speaking with you. When you got the role, this is like a big storied franchise. It has, hundreds of millions of fans around the world through all different kind of mediums. Were you like terrified, or were you like a kid in a candy store? What was that like for you?
When I got the job, I wasn't even thinking about what the ramifications of it might be in terms of the, the fans and all of that stuff. What I felt right away is how much the franchise meant to so many people. From the very beginning, I was confronted with the very real sense that this universe and this franchise really meant a lot to a lot of people. And the more I dug into it, the more I understood why it was not just the franchise, but the character himself and how much he meant to people. And when we played the video game back in the day, we all played the character as Master Chief, and we were asked to fill in the details of his character with our own personality. So we all ended up creating our own vision of who the Master Chief is in our minds, right? So you have millions of people that have their own sense of who Master Chief is and what he should be. And so that kind of disparate opinion and disparate feeling on one character, that's the part I didn't really understand when I took the job. That kind of filled itself in as we got going and as first season came out, and I felt reactions to that, both positive and negative, and all of it's great, man. Like the passion from the fans, whether it's positive, whether it's negative, whether it's directed at me, I love it all because it means that people are passionate and they're engaged and they really care about something, And for me, I care about it too. I love it. I fell in love with this universe and I just want the best for it. And I want as many of the Halo fans that have loved this game from the beginning to be able to enjoy this experience and that adds on to the Halo franchise and adds on to what the video games established. And I want as many new people who didn't know what Halo was to be able to experience this and feel the beauty of this massive universe and how intricately and wonderfully it's been created by the people who have taken care of this franchise from the beginning. And so, as much as the people can be loud and opinionated and hurtful with their comments, that level of passion to me is really beautiful, and it's one that I feel even stronger about. So we're all in this together, man, and I really hope as many people as possible can come and check out the new season on February 8th on Paramount Plus and find something that adds to the Halo universe in a positive way for them.
Absolutely. I think you've done an incredible job. Thank you so much for speaking with me, Pablo. I really appreciate it. And I can't wait for everybody to see Halo Season 2.
Thanks, Kyle. Appreciate your time, brother.
Appreciate you.
Pablo Schreiber. I just talked to Master Chief. Do you believe it? I love Pablo. He's so great in everything he does, but he's amazing as Master Chief in Halo Season 2 and Halo Season 1, by the way. All right, there you go. The first 2 episodes of Halo Season 2 are out right now on Paramount Plus, and, of course, the rest of the season will come out over the next few weeks. So there you go, Halo Season 2. All right, so we're going to take a break. Got to pay the bills, you know what I mean? So hang with me for 60 seconds, and we'll be back to speak with Camila Mendes and Archie Renaux about their brand new Prime Video film, Upgraded. All right, thanks for hanging with me through those ads. We love our advertisers. They help pay the bills and allow me to continue to bring you great content, and then you listen, and then you yell at me sometimes when you don't agree with my opinions, and you talk to me about what you do love, and we fanboy over things together, and that's why I love you, and I love doing this show. All right. So, without further ado, let's speak to the stars of the brand new film on Amazon Prime Video, Upgraded, Camila Mendes and Archie Renaux.
Thank you both for joining me. I really appreciate it.
Thanks for having us.
Of course. So this film, it's romance, it's comedy, it's got some drama. How fun was it for you to make it? We can either one. Camila, if you want to start.
Yeah, I had a blast. I feel like there were so many different, every time I worked with a different actor, I felt like I was in a different movie sometimes. Each actor and each dynamic brought so much nuance and a different flavor to the movie. So, it's like I have these romantic scenes with Archie that were really fun. And then this like boss and intern dynamic with Claire. And then, having the relationship with Will's mom, Catherine. Each one was just so exciting and new. So I had a lot of fun acting opposite all my co-stars.
And how about for you, Archie?
Yeah, I'd say it's just nice. It's a nice change. Some jobs at some like genres are very intense, and the stakes are like constantly so high. And so with like something like this, where you kind of get to be off camera as kind of giddy and as silly as to kind of help create that energy. So it's not so taxing. It's like it's just
more lighthearted.
Very comfortable, and then you're like kind of bouncing off each other. So yeah, it's a good environment.
And was there, you mentioned bouncing off each other. Was there any, ad-libbing in what you were doing, or was it a pretty straightforward creative process?
I wouldn't say it was straightforward. We definitely did a lot of rewriting, just so that we could tailor the character to the characters to the actors. I know with Anna, a lot of my lines were changed because I wanted to make sure that, that it felt organic to her and it felt organic to me in terms of performance, and also just really like getting specific with Anna and Will's dynamic and what is it about them and their differences that make them connect. and how they balance each other out. So there was a lot of rewriting and definitely a little bit of improv here and there, I'd say.
And you both have had incredible careers so far, and those will continue. How does this fit? So Archie, you've done a lot of different, not so much in the romantic genre category as this is, where some of your projects that you've had before. How does that? Is this just like another kind of avenue for you to be an artist, or was this something that you were like, I want to do like a romantic comedy film sort of thing?
I don't really know what I want to do, to be honest. I'm just, I'm just open to anything that seems like fun. That I'm very lucky to be doing this job. This is it doesn't feel like a job. I love this anyway. So yeah, I wouldn't say I was actively like out looking for it. It's a great script, great people involved as well. Yeah, just a lot of fun.
And Camilla, is this, for you, similarly, you have a very varied background as well. When you're looking to, decide if you want to do a role or not, is that like is that in the back of your mind? Like, I've always kind of wanted to do, this sort of film, or I've always wanted to work with this person or whatever.
Yeah, it's always like a combination of things that make me want to do a role. But for this one specifically, I'd say it was just that it felt like something I hadn't done before. Like I've been in rom-coms, but not with this kind of character. Normally I feel like I've played a lot of really confident, self-assured characters who always have something witty and smart to say. And Anna is a little bit more softer and lighthearted and sillier. And I think it sounded so fun to be in a movie with a character like that. So, that's, I think what I think about when I take on a role is does this feel new and exciting to me, even if it's something that doesn't feel new, exciting to anyone else. If it feels new and exciting to me personally, then that's what makes me want to do it.
Awesome. And both of you, and this is kind of to the plot of the film, have you ever, and obviously if you have current partners you don't, but have you ever in the past had a little fib to maybe woo somebody that you were interested in?
No, man. I think if you're gonna lie to someone while talking to them, that just really cringes me out. And it would make me feel a bit sick. No. I
agree. I feel like it's, for me, like even a little white lie is such a commitment. And it's a risk I'm not willing to take.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that. I always tell people I can't even remember like what I ate this morning, let alone try to keep, lies all set. It's just too much. But you have people that, have whole relationships that, have been based on something they thought was innocuous at first and is not. So
it shocks me what some people try to get away with in terms of little
I'd need
lies.
someone to write a whole script out for me if I was going to get away with it. I need to not be in the middle so that I could keep up with it. Otherwise, I'm no man's land.
And what do you both hope, somebody takes from when they're watching the film? Is this something you want them to think about? Is this something you just want them to have a great time with, one of their friends or their love interest?
Yeah, I think with rom-coms, I mean, at least with ours, it's pretty straightforward in that I want people to enjoy it and feel comforted by it. It's a sweet story. And it's ultimately a fun movie. It's not like super serious. So, even though I think there is a very beautiful message to it, which for me is this idea of faking it till you make it, and how that can actually, even though lying is, yes, bad, there's a power to manifesting your goals. If you just act like you're a successful person, you're going to attract success in your life. And I think there's a powerful message in that. But ultimately, the beauty of a movie like this is that we're just trying to deliver a good quality rom-com. We don't want to give a rom-com that's something you feel like you've seen a million times. We want it to feel unique and nuanced, but also familiar enough that it's comforting and enjoyable.
I love that. Thank you both. I think you have accomplished that with this. It is, fresh and fun and sweet. I think that's the perfect way to say it. I can't wait for everybody to see the film. Thank you both for speaking with me. I really appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Cheers, mate.
Cheers. Have a great day.
Camila Mendes and Archie Renaux. The film is great. Upgraded is really a lot of fun. Funny. Couldn't come at a better time because, Valentine's Day is next week, and the big game is this Sunday, that big sports ball game, and where Usher is doing a concert, and they play sports ball before and after, I guess to entertain you before Usher comes on. In any event, Upgraded is out right now on Prime Video. Check it out. Great, fun, little funny film that I think you'll enjoy. All right, that is the show for this episode. Thank you for chilling with me and doing all things pop culture. Upgraded is available right now to stream on Prime Video, and Halo Season 2 has debuted right now on Paramount Plus. Let me know what you think. Hit me up on socials at KMac Music on Instagram, Real Kyle McMahon on Facebook and YouTube, Pop Culture Weekly on YouTube, wherever else you want to hit me up. You know how to hit me up if you haven't yet. And if you haven't yet, do so. We'll have a good convo about pop culture, movies, music, streaming, whatever it is you want to talk about. All right, one last thing. The full interviews on video are available on the Pop Culture Weekly YouTube as well as Facebook. So head on over and check them out if you want, and let me know what you think. All right, I love you. See you next week. We out.
Thank you for listening to Pop Culture Weekly. Hear all the latest at popcultureweekly.com.
Halo Season 2 and Upgraded. Oh yeah. Master Chief and Camila Mendes and Archie Renaux too, yeah. Halo Season 2.